What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing good. I'm Anthony K. Thomas from Wrestling with Rumors, and welcome to Wrestling with Rumor presents Let's Talk Raw. So we're just going to dive right into everything that was this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw kicked off with Cody Rhodes coming out to the ring. Cody Rhodes making a statement saying that the WWE champion is always going to be in Madison Square Garden, something like that. And then Stephanie McMahon comes out. So it was a surprise to have Cody Rhodes show up. Didn't expect that. It was another surprise that Stephanie McMahon came out. Didn't expect that. And Stephanie McMahon was out there to give Cody Rhodes, to let Cody Rhodes know that the version of Randy Orton that he is going to face at WrestleMania is not a Randy Orton that he can beat in the current version that Cody Rhodes is. That Cody Rhodes needs to be a lot more vicious, a lot more adaptive to who he's facing. Stephanie McMahon saying that Cody Rhodes' father, Dusty Rhodes, could get down in the dirt with the best of them and do the things that was necessary. And Cody Rhodes made a point after Stephanie McMahon said to Cody Rhodes that Cody Rhodes is not his father, and then Cody Rhodes said to Stephanie McMahon that with all respect, you are not your father, and then she slapped him. There was some back and forth as far as words go, and then after it was all said and done, Cody Rhodes says, "I have 2 words for you," and everybody obviously went ahead and chanted, "Suck it." DX, all that stuff. But Cody Rhodes says, "Thank you." And then that's it. And then we get into the first match of the night. And the first match of the night was the Usos versus The Vision in a street fight for the WWE Tag Team titles. The Usos come out to new music. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty dope. I enjoyed that. It was good. The music was good. The tag match was a good tag match. The Usos lose the WWE Tag Team titles with all the shenanigans going on, especially how IShowSpeed got into the match, especially how Logan Paul's mother handed Logan Paul the brass knuckles. So many shenanigans going on there, and it kind of made it, and how LA Knight got involved in that match, trying to keep things fair and even, in a sense. How that all played out, it didn't look good for IShowSpeed, as IShowSpeed is still cursed from Danhausen, but the way it all played out, it made it look like IShowSpeed was helpful in helping the Vision capture the WWE Tag Team Championships. And so there are one of 2 ways that I could see happening at WrestleMania. Either we get a rematch for the World Tag Team titles at WrestleMania between the Usos and the Vision, or, pardon me with my nose, or we get a 6-man tag in which we have the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision and IShowSpeed, putting IShowSpeed in a position where he has no choice but to be in this match, be part with the Vision, because of how everything looked for IShowSpeed, and it looked like he was helping the Vision win, and especially how the Vision were holding up IShowSpeed's arms like he was a big help. So I could see a 6-man tag, and it would also be a way to get LA Knight for him to have a match, settle that issue as how you're going to get LA Knight to have a match at WrestleMania. That would be a way to do it. So I could see it going that way. Probably more that way than a rematch for the tag titles, which I'm sure we'll get somewhere down the line, probably like at a Backlash or on an episode of Raw. But I think as far as WrestleMania, I could see more of a 6-man tag, and that gets you in there. I could see that. So up next, Liv Morgan comes out, calls out Stephanie Vaquer. She speaks a little Spanish. She gets a little Spanish towards the end, and in a very disrespectful way towards towards Stephanie Vaquer, and especially talking about Stephanie Vaquer's mom a little bit. Stephanie Vaquer comes out and is ready for a fight. Gets in the ring. Liv Morgan, Stephanie Booker, they throw hands, and they do that for a while, and then Roxanne Perez makes her return as it was speculated, and I even brought it up on early this morning on this morning's episode of Rumor of the Day. I brought it up that pardon me that Roxanne Perez was possibly going to make her return. Pardon me with my nose. It has been itchy as of late, so I apologize. So Roxanne Perez returns, and with Liv Morgan, lay out and keep down Stephanie Vaquer as things really start to get that much more personal between Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer as we head towards WrestleMania. We had a second tag team championship match for the night, in which it was Lyra Valkyria and Bayley versus the Irresistible Forces. Midway through this match, and this was a pretty good match. Midway through this match, the Bella Twins and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, they all come out to the ring. They all head out toward the ring. They're looking at each other. Irresistible Forces see what's going on. Shenanigans begin to happen. And eventually this match ends in a DQ. And everybody's fighting everybody. And this pretty much sets up, which was made official on Raw, a fatal four-way at WrestleMania for the women tag team titles. So we'll get a fatal four-way match for the women tag team titles. It felt like it was going to go that way. For a while, it seemed like triple threat. But then you brought in Bayley and Lyra Valkyria to have a match for the titles. You saw it going fatal four-way instantly. So awesome. That's great. Up next was Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes out in his gear, ready to fight, comes out with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman does his talking like he normally does for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's had enough, grabs the mic and calls out Oba to tell Oba to get his ass out here now. Instead, Adam Pearce with security comes out and becomes a barrier, which eventually becomes a barrier because then Oba Femi comes out. He makes his way, he struts, he sees security, he sees Adam Pearce. Security goes after Oba Femi. Security runs through security, no problem, like taking scissors and cutting it through paper. And then Adam Pearce gets in Oba Femi's face and says, "Do not go in there. This match is for WrestleMania. We need to save this match for WrestleMania." Oba Femi is not listening to what Adam Pearce says as he shoves Adam Pearce from his fig, shoves him by the face out of the way. Adam Pearce hits the barricade. Oba Femi starts circling the ring. And then he gets in. These two are about to go. And then Triple H, before anything can happen, Triple H gets into the ring and stops Oba Femi and stops Brock Lesnar from laying at it, because once these two start to fight, it does not stop until someone can't get up. So Triple H is able to get Brock Lesnar out of the ring. Brock Lesnar is pissed because of the last 2 weeks of how Oba Femi has been able to easily put Brock Lesnar down, and Brock Lesnar can't stand that. It's driving him crazy that someone like Oba Femi is doing that, can just handle him like that. And so Brock Lesnar takes the steel steps, throws it down because he's pissed. Brock Lesnar starts to leave slowly, takes the security guard, F5, since he can't do that to Oba Femi right now. And Brock Lesnar walks away. This match is, I'm going to read what I wrote down for this, that this match is intensity, pressure, excitement, box office level type of main event. These are words to describe what this match is, and so much more. No bread, no water, just meat is something Booker T would say about this type of match. Definitely one of the top main event matches for WrestleMania. And I am very excited about this match. This is one of those matches I am very excited to watch. I know it doesn't sound like I'm excited for it. I'm going through a lot of stuff mentally right now, but I promise you the excitement is there for this match. So then we get a vignette of Finn Balor describing his history with Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio, and what Dominic Mysterio has become, essentially, and how he takes responsibility for what Dominic Mysterio has become. He's like, I created this monster, and now he's the one who has to put it down, destroy it at WrestleMania. So it seems like we're just going to get a singles match between Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. It doesn't look like the AAA Mega Championship is going to be on the line at all. Although it would be pretty cool, especially for AAA and the history of it, to have for the AAA Mega Championship to be on the line at WrestleMania. That would be a first, and that would be really cool to see that championship on the line. So we still got 2 weeks before WrestleMania, so that's it. That could still possibly happen as we get very closer to WrestleMania. So I'm hoping that eventually in those 2 weeks, the AAA Mega Championship gets put online. But if it doesn't, it's just a singles match. I'm still looking forward to this match as well. Up next was our third championship match, in which it was Penta versus Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship. Grayson Waller ringside with him. Kofi throughout this match had to make it clear, repeating himself, that Grayson Waller was not to touch Penta, to leave Penta alone. This was something he wanted to do on his own. That's kind of got a little bit of a babyface feel to Kofi about wanting to do it on his own, not any help. If you're traditionally, if you're a heel, the heel takes any way to get the job done, whether it's help from teammates and all that stuff. So, but Kofi wanted to do this on his own, and even though Grayson Waller wasn't listening and was trying to help Kofi out, it was one last time where Kofi had to yell it at Grayson Waller, and Grayson Waller stood back, says, I think you need my help, the way that Penta was dominating a little bit over Kofi. But it was still a good match nonetheless. Penta wins that match. Pardon me again. Penta wins that match again and again and again. Sheesh. Sorry. Penta wins that match, retains the Intercontinental Championship. Jackie Redmond comes out ringside and has a quick interview with Penta, asking what's next for Penta for WrestleMania. Penta makes the announcement that at WrestleMania it will be a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Guys like Javon Evans are going to be in this match. Oh man, there are so many others. I'm blanking on the others right now, but Javon Evans is the one name that I can remember. There were more. I promise you there were more. I just can't think of the others right now. But ladder match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Exciting. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Then Paul Heyman, as Torsorin begins to talk. Usual stuff like he normally does. Adam Pearce comes out to the ring. Now, throughout most of the show, Adam Pearce has been trying to get Paul Heyman to look at his email. He's asking, have you looked at the email I sent you? Have you looked at the email I sent you? And Paul Heyman kept shooing it off, saying no, that he knows everything that he needs to know. No email can tell him something he doesn't know. So then Adam Pearce comes out, and Adam Pearce lets Paul Heyman know in the email that the Boston PD dropped all charges against Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins has been officially medically cleared. And then out comes Seth Rollins, not out through the stage, down the ramp. Surprise comes from the back towards Paul Heyman, puts Paul Heyman down, but before he could take Paul Heyman out for good, here comes Gunther, surprise, pulls Seth Rollins out of the ring, chokes him out, and there's your match. I am really sorry with my nose. And so Gunther chokes out Seth Rollins, and there's our match, which also says says to me that that Braun Breaker will not be cleared in time for WrestleMania. I knew it was cutting close. There were some hopes that maybe they could get him cleared in time for WrestleMania, but not in time. I'm sure they'll get him cleared. He'll get cleared in time because from what I've read and from what I've told all of you, he is at the Performance Center doing what he needs to do to get cleared. If anything, he will get cleared in time to be at WrestleMania, and either during or after that match with Gunther, whether Seth Rollins wins or doesn't win, Gunther will, Braun Breaker will make his appearance at WrestleMania, and that will begin to set up Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, possibly something for, I want to say, probably for Backlash. So we'll probably get Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker at Backlash. More than likely. But WrestleMania, that is official. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Okay, I'm in it. I'm in it now. That's good. I'm good for that. So, up next was Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. Side note, Raquel Rodriguez, mamacita. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, Raquel Rodriguez. Wow. So, Raquel Rodriguez showed a dominant force against Io Sky. Midway through this match, Asuka and Kairi Sane come out. Asuka is forcing Kairi Sane to do something about Io Sky. And when Kairi Sane is feeling conflicted and not really sure what to do, Asuka yelling at Kairi Sane, Io Sky can't take it anymore, ditches the match for a quick second, gets distracted, flies through the middle rope, and lands on Asuka. That kind of distraction ended up costing Io Sky the match as Raquel Rodriguez wins that match. Awesome. Yes. So, and then up next, the story continuing between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. They are done with 2 weeks before WrestleMania. There's nothing else Roman Reigns and CM Punk can say to each other, as Roman Reigns makes his entrance to the ring, very slow, very taking in the moment of the crowd, gets in the ring, puts the one up, and then music stops, grabs the mic, New York City, acknowledge me. CM Punk music hits. CM Punk comes out. He's all taped up. He's not there to talk. He's ready to fight. He's ready to give his receipt. And CM Punk gets in the ring. These two go at it. Here come officials to try to break these two up. It's impossible to break these two up. They're fighting each other in the ring, out the ring, back and forth. CM Punk gets a go to sleep on Roman Reigns and then finishes Roman Reigns off by doing to Roman Reigns what Roman Reigns did to CM Punk last week, and that is a power bomb through the announcer's table, receipt given, and that's the show. And that's Monday Night Raw. We are 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. Things are getting hotter and heavier as we get closer to WrestleMania after what tonight was for Monday Night Raw. And tomorrow we've got NXT. This will be the final NXT before Stand and Deliver, and then we have SmackDown. So that'll do it. I'm Anthony K. Thomas from Wrestling with Rumors, and this has been Wrestling with Rumors presents Let's Talk Raw. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, y'all.